Ted Wiggins, a 12-year-old boy, lives in Needville, a walled city where all vegetation and plant life is artificial. Ted is smitten with Audrey, a teenage girl, and decides to impress her with a real tree. Norma, his grandmother, tells him about the once lure and what happened to the trees. Ted leaves Needville and finds the outside world to be a barren, contaminated wasteland. He discovers the once lure, who agrees to tell Ted the story of the trees over the course of several visits. Ted runs into Needville's greedy mayor, Aloysius O'Hare, whose company sells bottled oxygen, and explains that trees and the free oxygen they produce are a threat to his business. O'Hare tries to convince Ted to stay in town, but Ted continues to visit the Onseller. The Onseller describes his arrival in a lush forest of truffula trees as a young inventor. While chopping down a tree, he was confronted by the Lorax, the self-proclaimed forest guardian. The Lorax made the Onseller promise not to cut down any more trees after attempting to force him out. The Onseller created the need, a knitted garment with multiple uses, using the truffula fibers, which became a huge success. He harvested truffle tufts in a sustainable manner until his unscrupulous relatives convinced him to resume cutting down trees to speed up production, resulting in large profits but also deforestation and pollution. A tree fell after the final truffle. His family abandoned and ruined the once lure. The Lorax sent the native animals away and vanished into the sky, leaving behind only a small pile of rocks with the word "unless" written on it. The once lure gives the last truffle a seed and instructs him to plant it in order to make others care about trees. Ted returns home to plant a seed, but his presence is detected by O'Hare's citywide surveillance system. Ted flees to the center of town with the seed, enlisting the assistance of Audrey and his family. O'Hare organizes a public outcry against Ted, claiming that trees are dangerous and filthy. Ted destroys a section of the city wall with a bulldozer, exposing the environmental devastation outside. The crowd, inspired by Ted's conviction, turns on O'Hare, whose henchmen expel him, and the seed is finally planted. The land begins to recover over time. New trees have sprouted, animals have begun to return, and the once lure has reunited with the Lorax. Nothing will get better unless someone likes your hair is a whole awful lot. According to Dr. Seuss, it isn't.